Here we have Wild One from Ireland. And they'll be facing Sweet from the United States of America.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
For 8 rounds of boxing, fighting out of the red corner from Ireland, wearing the white trunks with red trim, the Wild One. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, Sweet.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Gotta let your hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. These two are the perfect dance partners. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Just missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. they turn this around.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right, just missed it. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, yeah, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
They exchange punches. These two were made for each other. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Any round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He misses with that jab. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Those counter punches have to hurt. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That counter punch caught him clean. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Which fighter will say no mas? Both men step back for just a moment. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's a counter shot. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tact.